Ah, that's a familiar sound. Hey everybody, this is Zach with Tanuki Games. Today we'll be taking a quick look at some of what I consider essential Xbox games to play. Please remember that a like, a comment, or subscribe means a lot to me and of course the channel. When I was younger, the original Xbox was my favorite console. I had a GameCube and a PS2, but the Xbox was always my preferred system. If a game came out on multiple platforms, I always got the Xbox version. As the game collecting market grows, very few people seem interested in collecting for the original Xbox. This is welcome news because there are a lot of great games for the system and prices have not exploded like in the case of the PS2 and the GameCube. I'll be talking about excellent games for the system that won't break the bank and provide substantial playtime. This is not a ranking, more of a day one buyer's guide. This guide will focus on games that were exclusive to the console at the time of their release. Also, I'll include the prices of each games as well as if the game is backwards compatible with the 360. There will be a brief example of gameplay for each game, highlighted without commentary. If there's a game that you feel should be listed, please leave a comment below. I'd love to do more of these videos on this topic, and especially on multi-platform games for the system. I'll be talking about some obvious games, as well as games that aren't talked about very often. The goal is not to talk about the big blockbusters for the system, nor is it to ignore them. Before we begin, I'd like to touch on why the original Xbox is such a great system to collect for. When I tell people my main interest for collecting video games is for the Xbox, they seem confused. When you think back on the early aughts, many people think of playing Metal Gear Solid or Shadow of the Colossus on the PS2 or Luigi's Mansion and Wind Waker on the GameCube. People just think of Halo on the Xbox and not much past that. However, the Xbox has a deep library and it was well supported by first and third-party developers. Currently, the original Xbox and its games are cheap and plentiful, with a few exceptions. Also, the Xbox was able to output in progressive scan, making games look good in a 16:9 aspect ratio, without stretching images to fit modern flat-screen TVs. The Xbox also has a hard drive, allowing you to put your own music on while you play. Say goodbye to bad licensed music. The Xbox 360 is compatible with many of the games in the Xbox library, so you may not even have to buy another system to start collecting. Let's check out some of these titles. AMP 2 is the best snowboarding game I've ever played. This game looks great and it plays even better. The original game wanted to provide a simulation experience, and the second game improves on every aspect. The control over your border is precise, and the gameplay is deep. Amped looks amazing for its day with lots of lighting effects and dynamic snow animations. Amped is a must-play for fans of the Skate series. You can pick up Amped 2 for about $5 and it is backwards compatible with the 360. The Xbox was home to many excellent and exclusive racing titles. Rally Sport Challenge 2 is a great arcade/pseudo-realistic style racer. This game gives the player variety in game modes as well as vehicle types. From small sedans to giant supercharged racers, this game gives you a wide array of cars to race. The environments also play a major role in each competition. You have everything from mud to ice to deal with, and Rally Sport Challenge 2 will always keep you on your toes. This game looks spectacular. The damage models on the cars are detailed and the environments look realistic. The courses are long, some of them taking over 7 minutes to complete. These races can test your endurance as well as your reaction time. You can pick up Rally Sport Challenge 2 for under $5 and it is not compatible with the Xbox 360.
Easy left, long, easy right. Easy left, over crest. Tight hairpin left, don't cut. Narrows, onto gravel, into, long, medium right, long. Easy left, opens. Easy right. Caution, bump, long, easy left. Caution, bump. Long, easy right. Long, easy left, tightens. Caution, trees outside. Over crest, keep middle. Easy left.
Project Gotham Racing 2 is another pseudo-realistic racer. All of the Project Gotham games are a good time. While these games improved significantly over the years, the second game is a lot of fun. The visuals still look amazing, and the cars handle superbly. The best part is that there are no load times if you want to restart a race. You can pick up Project Gotham Racing 2 for $1 or $2, and it is backwards compatible. Outrun 2 is a full arcade racer and it is loads of fun. This game is tough though, and you'll need to rely on your skills to beat it. I have never beaten this game, but I love popping it in for a few minutes and playing a couple of races. The music in this game is sick. You can pick up Outrun 2 for $10 and it is playable on the Xbox 360. You have to mention Jet Set Radio Future whenever you talk about the Xbox. This is one of the main reasons why I wanted an Xbox. The original Xbox has been called the Dreamcast 2, and I'm glad that Sega was able to get some of these games that they were developing onto Microsoft's system. Jet Set Radio Future is a much more enjoyable game compared to its predecessor. Whether or not you like the soundtrack better is a matter of taste. No matter what, you should play this game. You have two options for buying Jet Set Radio Future. It was packaged with Sega GT, and that version will run you about $1 or $2. The retail version will cost you about $30. Jet Set Radio Future is compatible with the Xbox 360. Panzer Dragoon Orta was meant to show off just how powerful the Xbox was. Panzer Dragoon Orta is an on-rail shooter with dragons. Need I say more? This game has a unique lock-on mechanic that may take some time to get used to. Once you do, it'll feel very natural though. Visually, Orta looks spectacular. The levels are detailed and dense, the particle and water effects are well above its contemporaries, and the soundtrack is excellent. It also comes with the original game included on the disc. You can pick up Panzer Dragoon Orta for about $25, and it is compatible with the 360. Tao Feng, Fist of the Lotus is a weird one. This game was developed by John Tobias, who was one of the original creators of Mortal Kombat. This is a 3D fighter that was very interesting. The characters have realistic damage models. As they are injured in battle, they can bruise or cut and even lose their ability to attack with one of their appendages if it gets too injured. The levels have interactable objects and specials that reward you for looking more closely at your surroundings. This game is not super challenging, but it is a lot of fun. Pop this thing in with a friend and enjoy just how ridiculous it is. You can pick up Tao Feng for $5 and it is not backwards compatible with the 360. DOA 3 is another great fighter for the Xbox, developed by Tecmo and Team Ninja. The DOA series has always looked amazing. The reflective surfaces and dynamic levels all made this game feel cutting edge at the time. Playing this game on the Xbox controller doesn't feel the best, but it is fun to play regardless. You can pick up DOA 3 for $5, and DOA 3 is backwards compatible with the Xbox 360. Another exclusive Xbox game developed by Team Ninja is Ninja Gaiden Black. This game has been ported to almost everything, but it started on the Xbox. Ninja Gaiden has some of the best gameplay ever. The combo system is complex, the combat is intense, the visuals are far better than many of its peers. Ninja Gaiden was the first game I ever beat that I felt proud after completing it. If you're someone who prides themselves on beating the toughest action games around, play Ninja Gaiden Black. The original version of the game has some issues, but Black fixes many of the problems. Ninja Gaiden Black, or Sigma, which was ported to the PS3 and Xbox 360, are the way to go. You can pick up Ninja Gaiden Black for $10, and it is compatible with the Xbox 360. Jade Empire is a BioWare game that's lots of fun. The game has a high fantasy East Asian style which doesn't resemble anything that I can recall. This is BioWare at one of its biggest peaks, and this game gives the player a completely unique experience. The combat isn't the best thing in the world, but Jade Empire is worth a playthrough. You can pick up Jade Empire for about $7, and it is backwards compatible with the 360. So that's 10 games, and these are some of the best games that I can recommend for that sort of day one purchasing guide. There are a lot more games that I could talk about, but this will hopefully just be the start of a series. Please let me know what are some other Xbox games that you'd like me to include in an upcoming video. I'm always on the hunt for new games, and I'm really interested to know what are some games that you guys feel are games that are just absolute must-plays for the system. Hopefully I can include those in an upcoming video. Currently, the Xbox is one of the more fun systems to collect for. The interest in the system is low for now. In an age where retro video games are rapidly increasing in price and the phrase hidden gem is becoming synonymous with expensive, the original Xbox is a fun, cheap system to collect for. I hope it stays that way. This is Zach with Tanuki Games. Please remember that a like, a comment, or subscribe means a lot to me and of course the channel. Enjoy.